Hey guys, welcome back to this channel, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make lasagna. Yep, so I'm gonna show you first the ingredients for frying the meat, and then once we are done with the meat, I'm going to show you the ingredients that we'll be using for doing the white sauce. Now let me just say this, the white sauce, you can buy the white sauce from the supermarket. This company here, Dolmio, whatever, however you pronounce it, I don't know, but this one, the one that make the lasagna sauce, you can get the white sauce from, they actually just stock it like side by side. So you'll have the Dolmino, the lasagna sauce and the white sauce next to it. Okay, so let me just run you through the ingredients for the meat, for frying the meat first, and then we'll get to the white sauce. So to start with, you need onions, not a lot, because most of the things I'm using here, they contain onions, like this one here. Okay, I didn't feel like cutting vegetables, so this is what I'll be using. You can see all that's in there. You've got your green pepper, tomatoes, eggplant, you've got your courgette, you've got onions, both red and white. So that's why I'm not using a lot of onions, but the fresh one I just fry a bit because I like that flavor of the onion when you first fry it with oil and a little bit of salt, or the amounts of salt you're using. And then from that, we've got this chili con carne sauce, which contains quite a lot of vegetables as well. That is why I'm not cutting any vegetables, guys. Yeah, I wasn't in the mood, but if you want, you can cut up something like the sweet peppers and the green pepper, and a little bit of leeks if you like. Okay, and then here we have a lasagna sauce. I've already shown you that. Then you've got my favorite Kikkoman soy sauce. For the spices, you can use your favorite spices that you like. Whatever goes well with your red meat, use that. Don't use what I'm using here, but I'm using the Kikkoman soy sauce as always. Maggi sauce, the hot one, and that's the Kikkoman soy sauce. And then smoked paprika. At the back here we have cooking oil, and then we have salt at the back there. Then we have ground pepper and garam masala. So, and then I'm going to show you the meat. Alrighty, and there we've got our meat. Now this is about 500 grams of pork, minced pork, and 500 grams of beef. That's minced, and then I've browned it. I like to you don't have to brown it. You can just fry your meat from the beginning. You first fry the onions, put the vegetables, and then put your meat and all your spices and whatever, the way you do it, the way you kaanga, or the way you fry it. So but I like to boil my meat first, just to get rid of the excess oil. You know, when you buy minced meat, and it tends to have contain a lot of fat, so I normally boil it until it dries out, and then I brown it. I brown it with this Maggi sauce. So just boil it, you don't have to, and then I brown it with Maggi sauce. And now when it comes to frying, it won't take too much time, because when you fry from the beginning, then you have to wait for it to cook for quite some time, you know. But now that I've done this, I've pre-cooked it, then everything else is going to go quicker. Alrighty. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna grab a pot and a cooking stick, and we can get down to frying. Alrighty, so in a pot, you need to put your oil first, about 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, and then, since my pot was a bit hot, let's just give it a bit of time to cool down. We don't want to And after the cooking oil, you put in your salt. You need about half a teaspoon of salt, and in goes our onions. That's the sound you should get. I like to put my onions after the oil is already a bit hot. So you cook your onion not until it's completely brown, but once you feel it's starting to change the color, then you can start adding the other ingredients. You'll start adding the other ingredients. Okay guys, you can see my onion is starting to brown. I didn't want it to brown, but it's just brown slightly, which is fine. So I'm gonna add my mixed vegetables. That goes in there. I had put down my heat, so I'm just gonna put it a little bit up so that this can cook quicker. Okay, we give that a little bit of time. I think this is good, guys. So at this stage, I'm gonna start adding the spices, and we are going to start with our garam masala, a quarter teaspoon, not a lot, because all these sauces contain a lot of spices. And then I'm going to add smoked paprika, quarter teaspoon as well. And then we are going to sprinkle a bit of black pepper, not a lot. And we just stir that in. Coming along well, guys, you can see. That's what we're having. And I'm going to add a little bit of maggi sauce, because I had already put it in. I had already browned my meat with it, so I'm not going to put a lot. And I'm gonna put 1 cup of about 3/4 cup of my, not cup, the lid for the Kikkoman soy sauce, or you can say about 1 tablespoon if you're measuring with your spoon. So that's 1 tablespoon. You can see it's starting to stick at the bottom, so I'm gonna lower the heat a bit, because we don't want to burn anything. And then in goes our meat. Just stir in this properly. Now guys, I'm gonna have to put the phone down so that I can stir in this properly, but it's just stirring. Okay, now after mixing all the goodness, this is what we have, guys. Oh, yummy yummy. See that? So now at this point we are going to just make a well in there, and we're going to add our sauces, starting with Mr. Ben here, Uncle Ben, chili con carne, we we're not going to throw anything away. We're just gonna put in water there and get all that goodness out. And in goes our lasagna sauce. Same thing here. There's still a lot inside, but we're just gonna give this a good mixing. We koroga kidogo vizuri yo mchuzi. We stir in everything well, and we'll keep on. We'll move on to our sauce. Now guys, after adding water to our jars, see all we have in there. I don't throw away anything. See all that yumminess. See, this one is still thick. Alrighty, get it all in there and give it a mix. Okay, see what we have. Yumminess. So we give this about 5 minutes to come to a boil, and once it has boiled, I'm going to simmer and leave it on the hot plate for about 10 minutes while I prepare the sauce. So we're just gonna transfer. I like using this particular plate, so we're going to move that there, and we'll do our sauce here. So that the meat is done. All we have to do, all it's waiting for, is to start the layering, and we're going to start with the white sauce. Alrighty guys, so now I'm about to start making sauce, white sauce. And what you need for this, you need cheese. We have mature cheddar cheese here, and or if you prefer white cheddar cheese, not the yellow one, the white one. And then you've got Parmesan cheese. We've got milk, 500 ml, 4 tablespoons of plain flour, 50 grams of butter, and then we've got spring onions and 1 leek. These are 2 sticks of spring onions and 1 stick of leek. And then the main thing, we've got the lasagna sheets. Alrighty, now you get different type of lasagna sheets. You get these ones, which are mature lasagna sheets. As you can see, it's quite soft. It's already soft. And then you get the other sheets, something like this. You get the lasagna pasta sheets, which are a bit hard, but I prefer to use these ones, but you can use the other ones if you like. And these ones, you get them at the pasta section. The mature ones, you get them at the cheese section. I think they are made of eggs and all that. You can see they are fresh egg pasta. Alrighty, so we are going to start making these, and we now start layering our lasagna. So these ones will come to the layering, but what you need for the sauce are this here: the cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, milk, flour, butter, leeks, and spring onions. Not necessary, you don't have to put spring onions. I just will put them for flavor. Alrighty, so let's start. So on a pan goes the butter, and then so that's our butter, and then we are going to add our leeks. Guys, I'm sure sure you guys can hear my baby. I'm sorry about that. My husband and my baby. He has to entertain her while I do this, you know. Because otherwise, if she sees me, she won't allow me to do anything. Okay, let's put the heat up a bit. I had put it down, so you don't have to let it cook for long, but just for it to get that heat a bit. Alrighty, and then in goes our flour. We're gonna go in next to our flour. I think this is good. I think this is good. Now guys, I did mention the spring onions are not gonna go in here. As you can see, I left the spring onions there. We're going to add the spring onions after we've blended our mixture. Alrighty, so once the flour starts to turn creamish, like once you start seeing the cream color, I think you guys, I don't know that you can see, it's already started. So once you see that, then you know it's ready, because otherwise it will start sticking at the bottom, you see. So once you see that, you add your milk. You don't want things sticking at the bottom and then you end up blending something that's already burnt. So now all we do is to stir. Just get that pot out of the way. Yeah, so you stir until it starts becoming thick. You'll notice it will start becoming like a creamy kind of a way. That's what we are waiting. I don't know how you guys can see it's already creamy. Now we don't want it to become too thick, because otherwise we won't be able to blend. And it's already started sticking at the bottom, like the way it does when you're making the egg. You guys can see. So you hear? So you don't want that. So this is done. We switch off a bit, and then I'm going to put this in a blender, blend it, and put it back on the same pot. Okay guys, there is our sauce. I'm going to blend it quickly. Okay, now you put your heat on the lowest and put your sauce back into the pan. And at this point, you add your spring onion. This is where I put my spring onion. I only put them for the flavor, for flavor's sake. So your spring onions go in, and now we will add our cheese. Okay, so we are going to start with our Parmesan cheese. So we are going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Okay, I'm gonna put 2.5, because you don't want to put a lot of this, so I'm gonna put 2.5. That's done. And then your mature cheese, you need to put about 3 handfuls, because we are still going to add this onto the layering. So 3 handfuls. That's it. So that's it. And now you do your korogaring. Just give it a good stir. Yeah, good. It's already melted. You guys can see what we have. Nice and creamy and cheesy sauce. Very good sauce. Don't go buying sauce in the shops and you really don't know what they've put into the sauce. At least this one, you know what you're putting in there. I've shown you guys from the beginning how to make sauce, so now you know how to make white sauce. Okay, this is, it's very yummy. Okay, so let's put that off and we move on to the big part, the layering. Alrighty guys, so now we are on to our last step of this whole thing. Oh, let me just switch on the oven. So you get your oven preheating at about 180 degrees, and we'll start now layering our lasagna. So what I start with, I start by putting a little bit of the meat. Let's move this closer because I really don't want to mess. We start by putting a little bit of the meat. Oh, I didn't show you guys. So that's our meat. You left, I think we left it on the other plate cooking slowly. So that's how it came out. Very nice for kaugali. Nani akona kaugali akuje to dip hapa? Na tumbukiza, you know, kama kutu. Anyway guys, so you put a little bit of your mincemeat at the bottom so that the sheet doesn't stick onto the pan. Okay guys, if you notice something also, my mincemeat is not watery. I've seen some lasagnas online and boy oh boy, sijui kama watu wanatengeneza mashakura. If it's you, I didn't mean to kukata anyone, but you guys, you can check those people who post their cooking videos online, especially those famous ones. You'll see someone who made lasagna and it was kama shakura. It was so watery. Oh my goodness. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make a proper lasagna so that people know exactly how lasagna is supposed to be done. Yeah, anyway, I'm forgetting I'm recording. And so we start putting our sheets onto this. Okay? So here is our sheet. Now my bowl is a bit small, if I would say, because if I put it like that, you notice there is excess here. So what I do, that's why I like the mature lasagna sheet. So what I do, I just get my kitchen scissors and I'll just cut it. I'll just cut it right here. Then it fits perfectly. I won't throw the ones I'll cut off. I'll just put them somewhere. So let me just cut this quickly. I'll cut all of them so that we can just layer out quickly. Alrighty guys, now before we go on, if you're not quick enough with this mature cheese, you can see what's happening. It's folding up. So you need to be really fast in putting up all your other ingredients. So, but yeah, I decided to go and cut these sheets. It's not a big issue for now, for the first one. So you need to be a bit quick so that it doesn't give you problems by adding all the other ingredients. Okay, so now we put on our cheese, our sauce, I mean. On goes our sauce. But the moment you start putting the sauce, then it starts going flat again. You see what's going on? It's going back to the way it was. So see our sauce is looking all yummy, yummy, yummy. All good, all good. Ensure it's all over your lasagna sheet. Okay, that looks good. Ensure your lasagna sheet is covered in sauce, and it's covered nicely with sauce and the meat, because otherwise if you don't cover it nicely, then it dries out. It won't cook properly. Once your lasagna is done, it normally dry if you don't cover everything properly. So once the sauce is on there, then we add our I'm going to add a little bit of cheddar cheese on top, and then we add the meat. So add a little bit of your cheddar cheese, not a lot. And you follow the same process: meat, sheets, sauce, and cheddar cheese until you make until up to the level that you want your lasagna. Depends how big you want your lasagna. Alrighty. So I'm gonna do this layer with you guys, and then the others I'll just finish off and I'll show you once I'm done, because you just repeat the same thing. See, everything is covered in there nicely. Okay, on goes our sheets. Nicely layered. See, very nice. It fits on perfectly. And on goes our sauce. Very nice, very, very nice, guys. Just add a bit of our sauce there. Well, that looks good. It's coming along nicely. And on there goes our cheddar cheese. Guys, you will love this. This you will love. Iriore. Leo mtajua hamjui irio to githeri. Don't just make githeri all the time. That one is not covered nicely. No, just a bit of the sauce there. Because if I don't cover it well, it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna do the other layer alone, and I'll show you when I'm doing now the top layer. Okay guys, so I only did one layer actually without you guys, so we are going to cover this up. I'm done. I don't have any more space, so we still have a lot of meat left, but I'm sure we'll find something else to do with the meat. Alrighty, so this is done, and we'll just add our sauce. Now here is where I put all the sauce. The sauce it's finished, so I've made sure I've finished all the sauce. And I make sure it covers every corner of this bowl. Now something else I love about the mature cheese, the mature sheets, if you have like say an oval dish, you don't have a rectangular one like mine, it's easy to cut these sheets onto into the shape of your bowl. So that's a good thing. That's the best thing about these sheets, because the other ones, the hard ones, you can't cut them unless you soak them. I think there are some people who soak those sheets, but I don't do that. If I use the dry ones, then I just lay them as they are. Once it goes to the oven, it will soften in there. Okay, I think you guys, I'm gonna do a vegetarian lasagna for you guys one of these days. But lasagna is quite a process. It's not like the other. It requires a lot of time, a lot of ingredients. So yeah, and we are done. We put our cheddar cheese on top. Just put all of it. Now on top you can put a bit. I don't want to open another bag. I'll just use what's here. Because it's pointless to open another bag. And then we are going to sprinkle a little bit of our Parmesan cheese on top. So about a handful of your Parmesan cheese. Just sprinkle it all over. And your lasagna is ready to go into the oven. I've preheated the oven at 180 degrees, and we are going to bake these for 45 to 50 minutes. 45 to 50 minutes. Alrighty? So see you guys when it's ready. Bye. Alrighty guys, I hope you're ready. It's been about 40 minutes, 45. So we're about to get this baby out, and I just hope you're ready for it, because it looks good. It looks really yummy. The color is just what I wanted. Super awesome. Voila. There guys, we've got our lasagna. Now we'll get down to cutting. So I'll grab a knife and we cut this baby out. I'm supposed to let it cool down, but guys, I really need to finish this whole thing. The lasagna video is quite long. I didn't know it's such a long process, so I don't know. Okay, let me give it a few minutes to cool down a bit. Yeah, alrighty. Okay, so I've given it a few minutes. Went to grab a plate and a fork, because you know what I'm about to do. Okay, so let's get cutting. Cutting, it depends with you what you like, but I'm gonna cut mine just right down across. Ooh, I can't wait, guys. And then I'm gonna do side slits. You need to slant your knife a bit if you don't want to your whole cutting to come out the wrong way. You just slant your knife a bit. And there, we've got our lasagna. Now, moments of truth. Hope you guys are crossing your fingers. Let me grab the spatula. Alrighty, picky bonky. Okay. Guys, oops, I forgot this thing is hot. Don't want the bowl moving, it's really hot. Okay, let's do this just to ensure we don't want any unwanted lasagna to come off. Yeah, perfect. Grab that and voila. See, scoop it very nicely. Now that's the clean, lasagna. It should come off like that. So okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way because I don't want to move the camera. I need to do the bite with you guys. I don't want to move my phone. So we're gonna get this baby out of the way. We are done with you. And we bring msema kweli. Look at that. Now I can take the camera. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at that. It didn't crumble and it's not soggy like those funny lasagnas I've seen people making, you know. So alrighty, so let's go biting. Guys, you can join me if you like. Here is where you need the knife. Okay, so it's not necessary. It's coming off nicely. Yay, guys, this is hot. This is hot. I'm not ready to burn my mouth, so ule ambaye anataka kuchomeka akaribie kamera. But I need to give this thing a little bit of time to cool down, eh? Our lasagna is tasting mwah. Try lasagna. Let me know how yours came out. And guys, to the minced meat, you can add things like bay leaf. You can add your, herb spices. You can add even a nutmeg. You just grate a little bit just for that flavor, garlic and all that. But like I mentioned, my husband doesn't eat garlic, so I couldn't use garlic. But if I had, if he was eating garlic, I would have put it. But try it out, guys. This is yummy. It's good. Until next time, it's your girl here. Cheers.